Welcome to the Vector Garden. In this video, we're going to take a look at how to create this op art artwork using just a simple geometric shape as the base artwork, such as this square down here. Of course, for this, we need to use the appearance panel. Let's dive right in. I'm going to select the square and then let's go to window appearance. So now, in order to do this, we need to create these copies and we need to transform them, of course, using the transform effect. I'm just going to do that. So this here has no stroke and a fill, and let's first start by focusing that path and applying this. So I'm going to Effect, Distort and Transform, and then Transform. And we are going to make a couple of copies. Let's make 30. And apply some rotation. And of course, we need to scale this like this. And I'm going to just rotate it a little more. Now we have all these shapes stacked. But of course, they all have the same color. Now, what we could do is create a stack of white and black alternating fills, and then rotate it, each of them a little more, and scale it a little more, but that would be quite tedious. So how can we do that using just this one fill on that shape? Now, of course, what we can do, the only thing basically, is using Pathfinder effects. So what we can do, we have a couple of shapes stacked here. So what we can do with them is use the Pathfinder exclude, like this. Okay. It needs to be below the transform effect because only then we have all these copies. But you see, it doesn't work at all. It doesn't work at all because we need to apply this here and that one as well. And you see, it's like magic, we're getting there. Only we now need to adjust the values of this because we have a lot of overlaps here. So we need to go into the transform effect and see how we can adjust this. And you see, this is rotating too much. So let's reduce that. And we're getting there. So you can just adjust those values and then you're getting there. Now, when you use that triangle that I have used here, then we have something weird happen. So I'm going to select that, and you see basically we've got the same applied here. So we've got a transform effect and we've got exclude after that. And what exclude does is, well, everywhere in every place where we've got an even number of fills stacked, they get deleted. So it's transparent there. Let's take a look at that. I'm going to show the transparency grid, and you see it's not white, it's actually see-through. Let's get rid of that again. So that's what's happening here. But with the triangle, we have something else. I'm going to edit that transform effect, and you see just rotating it is not sufficient. I needed to add some movement here. Let's take a look at why. So I'm going to set that to 0. And you see, when we have no movement, then obviously something weird happens. This is not centered because Illustrator is using the bounding box and not the geometric center of that triangle. So that's why I had to use the shift there. Let's cancel here. So we had to shift that slightly so that it looks like it's rotating around the geometric center of the triangle. You would need to do the same should you decide to use a pentagon as the base shape, because then again the center of the bounding box does not equal the geometric center of the object. So that's how you create op art using just the appearance panel and also just one fill.